According to Newton's first law of motion, we know that if the body is in motion, then it remains in motion, linear motion and uniform motion, unless external force acts upon it. Now here the earth moves around the sun in a circular path. And I told you that whenever body moves in a circular path, then there one more force comes to play, and that is called the centripetal force. You know the body, in order to keep in the orbit, circular orbit, there is constant force is to be applied towards the center, and that is called the centripetal force. And then centripetal force depends on the mass of the body and its velocity. So we know the centripetal force is mv square upon r. But at the same time we find the centripetal force and the gravitational force. Because of the gravitational force and the centripetal force, the body moves in circular path. Otherwise the body will go away or fall on the earth. And that's why both the forces are balanced. Now let us take here the earth moves around the sun, and therefore the gravitational force, according to Newton's law, the gravitational force is g into mass of the sun into mass of the earth upon r square. R is the distance between them. At the same time the earth moves in the orbit, and therefore the centripetal force acting upon the earth toward the center is mv square upon r. And therefore we will cancel m, and we get gm upon r square is equal to v square. We will give v square, but v is the velocity, and we know that velocity is equal to distance upon time. Here let us take the suppose the total distance the earth travels in a 1 year is 2 pi r, because it is circular it is, and that's why r is the radius. So we know the circumference that the earth performs is 2 pi r, and the time taken to complete the one revolution is suppose t, and therefore v is equal to 2 pi r upon t. Taken square we get 4 pi square r square upon t square, and this v square we are substituting here now. See, substituting v square here we get gm upon r square is equal to v square, but v square is equal to what? 4 pi square r square upon t square. So 4 pi square r square upon t square, and this r will be written as it is. So you will find that this r will cancel with this one, and by taking cross multiplication we get t square is equal to gm into t square. Gm into t square is equal to, now this will go numerator, so 4 pi square r square already there, this r square upon 1 r remaining here. So 1 r will cancel with 1 r here, and therefore we get t square is equal to 4 pi square r cube upon gm. But we know that 4 pi square upon gm, these are constant. This is the mass of the sun, suppose. This is 4 and pi is constant, and g also constant. This is constant, and therefore we get t square equal to constant into r cube, and this constant that is divided by k. Therefore t square equal to k into r cube, and therefore t square is proportional to r cube, in which proves the Kepler's third law. And that's why we know that Kepler's third law is the square of the time period is proportional to the cube of the radius. First law. We know that every body is made of matter, and that's why every body has mass. But when this body is taken away from the earth, you find that its weight decreases, because mass and weight are different quantities. Mass is the amount of matter contained in the body. How much matter in the body, that is called mass. But every body is attracted towards the earth and towards the center of the earth. Every body is attracted. Wherever it may be on the earth's surface, but that body is attracted towards the earth. And we know that this is because of the gravitational force between the body and the earth. Now suppose M, capital M, is the mass of the earth, and small m is the mass of a body. Then according to Newton's law of gravity, the force between them is G into mass of the earth into mass of a body upon distance square. Now distance means from body, not this distance, but from the center. Take note. The distance is the distance of this body, center of a body to the center of a earth. Because the mass of gravity is situated at the center, and therefore this is the distance. So when the body is on the earth, then its distance from the earth is not this distance, not from the surface of the earth, but from the center of the earth. And we know the center of the earth is nearly the radius of the earth, and therefore force is equal to G into mass of earth, mass of body upon r square. But at the same time, we know that force is nothing but the weight of the body. So whenever we apply force to lift up the body, that means we are lifting up. We have to apply force against the gravitational force of the body, gravitational force of the earth, and therefore the force is mass into gravitational acceleration. So here G is called gravitational acceleration, and here G, capital G, is called gravitational universal constant. So this capital G and small g, they are entirely different. Do not get confused with these two. So here, this is the force between the earth and the body, and this is the weight of a body, but weight is nothing but the gravitational force acting on the body, and therefore both are equal. And from first and second, we get G m into small m upon r square is equal to m into g. So m cancel both sides, and therefore g is equal to capital G into m upon r square. And therefore, if you know the gravitational constant, the value of g, which is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter per distance, Newton meter square per kilogram square. Mass of the earth is given and the radius of the earth is given, then we can calculate to find the value of g, and you get the value of g approximately 9.8 meter per second square. This is the value of g. Pause करो. अच्छा, whenever you know that when the body is released, then it falls under gravity, and because of the gravitational force, the body has the acceleration, and this acceleration we denote by g, and we take the value of g nearly 9.8 meter per second square. But this value, we take it for practical purpose. This is not the exact value. The value of g changes on the earth's surface. We know that the earth is not exactly spherical, but it is geoid shaped. That means its polar radius is smaller and the equatorial radius is larger. Suppose capital R is the equatorial radius and small r is the polar radius, then you find the polar radius is smaller than equatorial radius. According to Newton's law of gravity, we know F is equal to G m into small m upon r square. That is, the force decreases if the radius increases. As the distance increases, then the force decreases. And how it decreases? By square of the distance, the proportional to the square of the distance. And therefore, we know the equatorial radius is larger. As the equatorial radius is larger, the force is small here. And that's why the value of G on equator is nearly 9.78 meter per second square. Whereas the value of pole is nearly 9.82 meter per second square. And that's why weight of a body on the pole is more than the weight of the body on the equator. Take note of this. On the equator, if you measure or if you try to find the weight of a body with a spring balance, not equilibrium balance, with a spring balance, you find that weight of a body on equator is less than that on the pole. Why? Because the value of G on the pole is 9.82 and value of G on the equator is 9.78. And therefore, suppose your friend has brought gold, suppose from Russia, and that gold is weighed by spring balance, then you find that its weight on the equator will be less. And that's why the gold we purchase using equilibrium balance, not spring balance. So you find the mass remains constant anywhere because mass depends on the matter of a body, but weight of a body changes because weight depends on the value of G, and value of G changes on the Earth's surface. At the same time, we draw a straight line from the center of the Earth up to the infinity. You find that on this line, the maximum weight is on B, on the Earth's surface. As you go away from the Earth, the value of G decreases. At infinity, it will nearly zero. And as you go inside the Earth, the value of G also decreases. Take note that as you go, one may think that value of G may be increasing as you go towards the center, but no, the value of G decreases. And at the center of the Earth, the value of G is 0. So at the center of the Earth, the weight is 0, but mass is not 0, weight is 0. So take note of this. This type of question can be asked. That if a line is drawn from the center of the Earth up to the infinity, then where you find the maximum weight. So maximum weight is on the Earth's surface. So as you go away, you find the weight decreases, and as you go inside, also weight decreases. On page 9 of your book, there one table is given on the top, and you find that on the Earth's surface, the value of G is 9.8. Even on the Mount Everest, the value of G, there is little change, but that cannot be negligible, and that also same. But you find that if you go 36 kilometer high, then value of G will decrease by 0.1. And if you go 400 kilometer high, the value of G will decrease by nearly 1.1. And if you go 35,700 kilometer, 35,700 kilometer if you go, the value of G is 0 point. G is equal to 0.225. And that's why this distance is very important for launching of the satellite, because this is the distance when the satellite is at this distance, 35,700 kilometer. Then it has been given such a speed that its centrifugal force and the gravitational force become equal. And the centrifugal force, because of mv square upon r, and gravitational force because of according to Newton's law, the gravitational force, both are balanced. And that's why this is the distance where we find that the speed of the rotation of the Earth and the revolution of this exactly same. And that's why we find that when Earth rotates around itself, at the same time this also takes 24 hours for the rotation around the Earth, and it seems to be stationary at the same point. So this distance is very important. Now we will differentiate between the mass and the weight. We know the mass is a measure of inertia, and weight is because of the gravitational force acting on the Earth. We know that between the body and the Earth there is gravitational force, and that force is we call the weight of a body. So weight of a body is because of the gravitational force of the Earth. So mass remains constant because as long as the matter in the body remains same, the mass will remain same. But we know the weight changes because the weight is the product of mass into gravitational acceleration. Mass is constant, but gravitational acceleration, the value of G changes, and as the value of G changes, the weight changes, and therefore weight of a body changes. Even on the Earth's surface also it changes. As you take away from the Earth, it decreases. As you take inside the Earth, also decreases. So weight changes. Mass is scalar because mass has no direction. Body has the matter, it has no direction. But weight is a direction, and this weight of a direction is towards the downward direction, towards the center of the earth. And that's why weight is a vector, because it has direction towards the center of the earth. The mass is measured by equilibrium balance. We know that equilibrium balance, this type of balance is there. This type of balance is there, you know. So this is called equilibrium balance. And you find the matter is same in both, and the force also acting on both is also same. Gravitational force is same, the relative G also same, and therefore mass is compared or measured by equilibrium balance. Where the weight is measured by spring balance. We know the spring balance, this type of balance, the spring balance. The spring balance is there. Here the weight is attached, and here the pointer comes down. So that's called spring balance, and it depends on the gravitational force on the body. So if the gravitational force is less, then it will show the less weight. So therefore weight is measured by spring balance. Then mass is measured in kilogram, where the weight is measured in Newton. So this is difference between mass and the weight. Stop. Pause. Stop.